So without further ado, I am very happy to introduce to you the first actual showcase by 1000 AI by Tobias and Fabian. Please welcome them to the stage, and I hand it over to you.
Thank you. Can everybody hear me? Thank you. As Jan has pointed out, we're not doing only AI, or not only for fun, but also for business value. And today we've brought you a AI use case that is running in production, providing value, and it is accelerated by Lobster technology.
Perfect. So we're really excited to be here with you today. Fabian, Senior Machine Learning Engineer at 1000. My name is Tobias. I'm co-founder. And for the next 15-20 minutes, we're going to share some insights with you. Let's start. Before we'll tell you about ourselves a little bit in just a minute. But imagine a situation. Imagine that your inbox contains 300,000 messages with different kinds of documents. It can be blurry scans, it can be cryptic names, it can be in different languages, it can be outdated information. And then a customer calls you and says, I actually need this one document about this one thing. And then you start the frantic search. It might just be a number that they give you or something, but it's important. It's an important customer. You've been working with them a lot. So you put a lot of energy, a lot of effort behind it to provide them with what they need. But it actually takes you a lot of time. This was the reality at one of our clients, and we're going to share this case with you today. The client is called Herose. Who has heard of the company Herose before? Yes, very good. Okay, excellent. We're going to share a little bit more what they do in just a minute. And we really had to work together with Herose and with Lobster to turn this chaos into clarity. And it was really a breakthrough moment that was very exciting to the client, to our colleagues at Lobster and to us. And we needed more than a search bar. We needed something that would create and leverage intelligence. This is what Jan just spoke about, the intelligence marketplace and where Lobster is moving in this partner network. And we're really excited to be part of this. This is what we could show. And so we're very excited, Fabian and I, to share this today with you and tell you about how this works and to see how you can leverage this as well. So before Fabian, who actually knows his shit about AI, I'm just here to talk, goes into the case, I'm going to tell you about us and also about Herose. So we're called 1000. You might wonder why this weird name 1000. Our mission is to create 1000 breakthroughs with AI. Because we really believe it's a super exciting time where we can leverage this technology. And for us, a breakthrough is to create something that really works, where the customer or an organization says, I can really use this. This works for me. It really creates value. We're currently at a little above 120. So we still have a little ways to go before we can make ourselves obsolete. And we've been having the privilege of working with a lot of exciting companies. A few of them you see here today. We're based out of Berlin, but working internationally. And Herose is a really beloved client of ours. We've been working with them in multiple cases. Fabian, you've been running this project or the different projects with them. Dennis from Herose had already signed up for the Lobster Summit. He wanted to be here today. He was really proud to share this use case with you himself. Couldn't make it, so he said, okay, I'm going to record a video for you. And we've tested. We hope the audio works. If not, you'll have to read the subtitles. So I'll give him 2 minutes to tell you about Herose.
Hello, and thank you for your interest in our Lobster Data AI use case, and greetings from our Herose studio in Bad Oldesloe. Unfortunately, I cannot be there in person today, but I'm excited to share our journey with you through this video. My name is Dennis Bartoschat, and I work at Herose as a solution architect, focusing on finding digital solutions for all kinds of problems. At Herose, we are one of the world's leading manufacturers of safety valves and special fittings for extreme conditions, from cryogenic applications to fire-safe fittings. We have solutions for every state of matter and medium, being experts in this field for over 150 years. Last year, we were also swept up by the AI wave and wanted to ride it rather than just admire it from afar. With 1000 AI, we found a partner who helped us demystify the very complex and often intangible topic of AI. Together with 1000 AI, we developed a prototype in only 2 days, including an AI-based data extraction, wherein Lobster Data serves data as a data provider to enrich the data extraction, by SAP-based order data and to validate the data extraction. With Lobster data, we no longer having a challenge by making them accessible anymore and could really speed up the development of Herose digital services. I hope I was able to give you a brief glimpse into our use case and wish you an enjoyable continuation of the presentation and deep dive together with 1000 AI. Feel free to contact me on LinkedIn and enjoy the rest of this session. Have a wonderful day.
Okay, this is Dennis. Perfect. All right, so you got a brief glimpse into Herose, and now I think we're dying to understand what really happened, what did we do. So, Fabian, can you tell us a little bit about this case and how we solved it?
Yes. But before I go into the detail, I want you to, when I'm talking about this use case, also think about your business processes, because this case is very typical for many cases we have done with our customers. Oftentimes, there are business processes where it's about you have an email coming in or you have a document and an employee just needs to extract certain key points of information and type them in and then to insert them into the ERP. Nowadays, the models have become even stronger. We can now even evaluate visual data. For example, we have doing a quality control use case with the customer. We have to identify, okay, is a crane up or down? So in AI can read, okay, crane is up or down. I mean, maybe in logistics be like, is the truck there or not? So just extracting these metadata and then writing them in the ERP gives you much more transparency about your whole business process and accelerates it, and even maybe is more reliable than a human doing it. But let's take a deep dive into the use case. What is the motivation behind the use case? It's about good customer care. So imagine I am Linde, I have a big refinery in South Africa, and suddenly, after 30 years, auditors come in and be like, okay, let's see the certification for your industrial system. So how does certification for industrial system work? You have component level certification, so each component, like a Herose valve, has to be certified, and then you have to show your certification for this component. Of course, Linde, after 30 years, where's my certification? I might just ask Herose, that's the easiest way to do, and then Herose is very nice, they have good customer care, and then they try to find this certificate. Over the years, we have, though, over 300,000 historical certificates. There are bad scans, different formats, different languages, all not in the same format. We have a huge, so they have a whole team that is just looking into how can I find the right certificate for the right valve that my customer is asking for. In the end, we are always interested in similar information. We have things like serial number, customer name, other IDs that are on the certificate. So if we're able to just search for these, we find the certificate much more efficiently. So how can we kind of extract this information from these certificates into a canonical data format that is easily searchable? And what we use is, of course, AI. AI is nowadays capable of visually comprehending the certificates just as we as humans. So instead of like classical OCR, which try to read each letter, it is actually kind of understanding the whole meaning of this document. Classical OCR, for example, we also tried it out. You can see a little stamp on the left certificate. It will have a bad time reading the actual numbers that are written where it's stamped on, whereas the AI doesn't have difficulties with this. So we built an LLM AI-powered operator in the cloud that extracts metadata from these certificates, puts them into a canonical format, and then we write them back to Herose databases. And now Herose is really able to search fast for the certificates. Where does Lobster come into play? Of course, we always have this challenge with the client. Client has the old organically grown IT infrastructure, usually on-prem. We have network file systems, we have ERP and so on. We are a fast developing kind of solutions provider. So we build in the cloud within weeks, we are ready, and then we're like, okay, how do we connect to the client data? How do we connect to live updates and so on? Of course, and in this case, this was really nice. We could rely on Lobster because Herose is using Lobster, and within a couple hours, we actually had the integration with the on-prem data ready. And so I'm very happy that now Herose is able to provide better customer care. They're actually able to talk to their customers about the real problems, not just search for certificates. And we are kind of packaging this solution we built with Herose, and we want to also provide this to on the Lobster platform, so also you guys can do AI breakthroughs with these kind of use cases.
Thank you so much, Fabian. So this is a little glimpse. We don't have much time, so if you want to hear more about this case, please approach us afterwards. Happy to talk more about it, or also connect to Dennis on LinkedIn. So how can you think about your own breakthrough with this DocuLink product that we've now created together with Lobster? And really excited to be launching it today officially, after sort of we pre-launched it with Herose by just building it. Well, we thought a little bit about it, but we'd also love to have conversations with you to figure out what we can do with this. So we're thinking, if you're in retail, no matter whether you're in the chocolate business or whether you run and stock entire supermarkets, you can of course link your track and trace data and make it intelligent by running AI on it to extract insights. You can make your entire purchase order management smart, from ordering the stuff in China to putting it on the shelves in Switzerland. Like this entire chain, you can work on that. If you're in manufacturing, let's say you're in automotive, you will have a lot of certifications or accreditations. The same if you're in let's say if you're in the beverage industry, the same. You can catalog all these just like with Herose and have them very easily accessible. You can think this further, and we're going to create more products together with Lobster, obviously. You can start chatting with your data. You can have internal chatbots that allow your colleagues to quickly access this data in a very easy interface. We have some clients where we just have a new colleague on Microsoft Teams, and you can quickly just get that data out of there. Smart customer interfaces if you want to take it outside, which is also relevant, of course, in logistics. You can have smart chatbots for your customer that are more up to date with the real data, just what Jan described earlier in that situation. If I'm the person receiving that package or that shipment, I want to know what's happening and where it is. And if that data is integrated through the Lobster DocuLink, I will have access to that. But of course, you can also look at custom forms, very similar to what you've just shared, Fabian, and then generate AI insights and make those searchable. So we're really excited to be talking to you today here at the Data Hero Summit. We're available. We also have our colleague Marie here. Where are you, Marie? I can't see you right now. Over here. So third person here from 1000. So hit us up. Let's talk about this. Let's figure out how we together can drive this AI revolution and make sure that we stay ahead of this wave and don't just let other companies from Silicon Valley and elsewhere define this. Really happy to be here. Thank you so much for the time. I don't know if we have a little time for Q&A, maybe.
You are perfectly in time. Thank you so much. Please give a warm round of applause for 1000. And we are very happy to have you on board within our ecosystem. So if you want to know a little more, we have the page for the DocuLink solution up and running in our marketplace, which you can check out today. It actually went live right on this date. So there you can find a lot more information. But of course, you can also feel free to chat these guys, and of course Marie as well, up in our partner area and in the foyer. If you have questions or if you actually see your use case already and how 1000 might be able to help you out with this. So thank you guys very much, and we will come back to you later outside in the partner area. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much, Jan. Thank you.